Story of the rescued papaya. This papaya plant germinated from thrown away seeds. It grew from beneath the granite boulder seen in the left upper corner of the inset picture. The boulder had to be moved meticulously to give space to the small plant, taking special care not to damage it. The plant can grow into a sparsely branched tree which can be several feet tall. Leaves are confined to the top of the tree. Leaves are palmately lobed as can be seen in the photo. All parts of the plant contain latex. The plant produces both male and female flowers. Flowers are born in the leaf axils. Female flowers develop into fruits later. Now the papaya plant has grown to be taller than the granite boulder from underneath which it had started growing a month back. The number of lobes on each leaf has increased. To begin with, it was only 3, while now it is 5. Serrations on each leaf has also increased as the plant is growing. Still another month later, the stem has become thicker and sturdier. Flower buds have started appearing at the axils. Look like male flowers, though they are quite small for me to identify accurately. Here is a close-up of the buds. The tip of the plant has been broken off and new leaves seem to be originating from the axils. Let us see how many branches develop well. Usually, papaya tree is known to have very few branches, if any. Here is the current status of the plant, now like a shrub, but hopefully will grow into a tree in the near future. Look out for updates on this rescued papaya, as well as other aspects of nano horticulture at my city dwelling with space constraints. This is an update to the carrot growing project. In this video clip, you can see the carrot plants dancing in the gentle breeze and enjoying the bright sunlight. Here is a better view in another angle with the plants swaying a bit more as the breeze has become more vigorous. Part of the previous carrot growing time-lapse video follows for those who missed the previous one. Prepared one pot with soil and vermicompost bought online. Second pot was with soil alone. Seeds were purchased online and sown. Watered them regularly and a few saplings came up. But I was not sure whether it was carrot saplings or weeds as I have not seen them before. I checked out online pictures and thought that they almost matched with these and posted them online at my blog on 21/12/2020. This is the picture on 27/12/2020. By this time, a few more new types of leaves had sprung up which matched well with the online pictures, and I was sure that it was carrot plants and not weeds. I had constant encouragement from my followers on Twitter for this project, though they were not agriculturalists by profession. This picture was taken on 11/1/2021 and you can see that the plants are growing well to my satisfaction. But I will not be able to tell you whether the time span of growth is as expected, as I do not have a past experience of growing carrot plants. I continue to water them twice a day and gave some top-up vermicompost covered by a little extra soil. I had pulled out a few plants which were not growing well, but replanted them in other pots. This is one of the pots with good growth as on 29/1/2021. This is another pot with fewer number of plants but with good growth. Two of the plants which I had replanted are here. The growth is less but still growing. Another pot with a replanted plant has lesser growth. I am still waiting to see whether these carrot plants will grow up to maturity and what will be the produce. Look out for an update later as carrots are supposed to take 60 to 80 days to grow well. This video is a continuation of the carrot growing project. I read somewhere that carrot plants will flower only in the second year. Here is my carrot plant flowering within 4 months. You can see several ants moving around the flowers, hopefully acting as pollinators. This is an update to the carrot growing project. Small carrot is developing below the soil. As you can see, part of the soil over the carrot root has been removed in one plant to check for the development of the carrot. I was quite happy to see a small carrot developing. The okra growth story continues. Of the 2 okra fruits seen here, one is almost ready for harvest. The other one has to wait. A few buds are also seen. Here is another fruit ready for harvest. It is slightly more mature than the previous one. Let us see how they taste on cooking. Finally, we have decided to harvest them, and here they are. A couple of nice looking okra fruits. Previously posted okra growth story follows for those who missed it earlier. It is an okra growth time-lapse video taking you through various stages of growth. Please subscribe to this channel for future updates. Click on the subscribe button. Press the bell icon after that for all updates. The okra growth story. This is how it started as a tiny sapling with just 2 leaves 1 week after sowing the seeds. It had sprouted in just 3 days after planting. The image on the right side with 4 leaves was captured 12 days after the first one. Okra is better known as lady's finger. It is a good source of vitamin A and C. Like other vegetables, it has plenty of fiber content. Cholesterol and sodium content are given as 0, while potassium, magnesium and calcium content are fair. There is hardly any fat content. Okra plants are growing further in this picture taken another fortnight later. It seems like a few flower buds are forming at the tip, but one cannot be very sure until it develops further, as it is a bit too early to bear flowers for this small plant. Remnants of turmeric spray is seen on the leaves, sprayed in an attempt to keep off parasites. Like my pea and carrot plants, okra also received an initial supply of vermicompost bought online. It was covered with a bit of additional soil. Watering was done twice daily to prevent the plants from drying up in hot sun during daytime. Still another 12 days later, when this picture was taken, a few flower buds are clearly seen, but some of these buds do not bloom and fall off prematurely. Couple of pots with carrot plants are seen on either side in the upper part of the picture. Part of another okra plant is also visible. Hi, the okra bud has bloomed into a beautiful flower. The flower has a resemblance to the shoe flower. After all, both belong to the same plant family of Malvaceae. One more beautiful flower and the previous flower has borne fruit. It is heartening to see such a small plant bearing fruit. You can see another plant twig given as a support, fearing that the fruits will cause the plant to fall. Here the okra fruit has grown further, but not yet ready for harvest, or so I feel. The seeds were bought online, so I have no idea of how much this variety will grow. In my childhood days, if I remember correct, the okra plants used to be bigger by the time the flowers and fruits appeared. But those were planted in soil and not in pots like this one. So the okra growth story continues. A new set of seeds were sown, this time in soil on the ground. They have sprouted and reached the 4-leaf stage. Weeds have also started coming up. Watch out for my next video on another vegetable in my nano horticulture. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you. I was under the impression that growing curry leaves would be an easy option, but it has turned out to be a tough one. This small curry leaves plant was brought from a relative's house and planted in this pot. Curry leaves are added to most Indian dishes to give a good flavor and odor. Please subscribe to this channel for future updates. Click on the subscribe button. Press the bell icon after that for all updates. Curry leaves can develop into shrubs and even small trees if good care is given. Sometimes they grow by themselves, as seen in many old households. Birds help in distribution of plants sometimes by carrying the fruits containing seeds. In horticulture, plants are often grown using stem cuttings which spring roots and leaves when planted. But my plant withered away, shedding all leaves. I have just tried replanting it in soil and am waiting for the results. Another plant brought from the same place was planted in soil right from the beginning. This plant also shed all its leaves and remained so for some time, but it has sprouted fresh leaves, and this is the current picture. Tried buying a few plants from the local nursery grown in grow bags. This is one of them seen in a background of other garden plants. In a few days, caterpillars started eating the leaves. I had to remove them and shifted the plant to this location. After some time, almost all leaves got damaged due to some infestation. Tried spraying dilute turmeric suspension but did not seem to work. I pruned off all the leaves and kept the plants bare. Fortunately, new leaves sprang up in all the plants. Soon they developed flower buds as seen in this picture. Remnants of turmeric suspension is also seen on the leaves. The buds bloomed into nice white flowers as seen here. The inflorescence was removed as per a relative's advice, who had mentioned that the plants will stop producing new leaves otherwise. We also started harvesting the leaves when needed. We did not want to leave them to any new set of caterpillars or infestations. Look out for my new videos on my urban nano horticulture. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you. This is the story of a Ritz gourd plant and illustrating positive geotropism. Ritz gourd seedling with 2 cotyledons just a couple of days old. Ritz gourd is grown for its unripe fruits, which is used as a vegetable. It is a tasty vegetable. Please subscribe to this channel for future updates. Click on the subscribe button. Press the bell icon after that for all updates. Mature fruits have plenty of fibers and can be used as a natural cleaning sponge in the kitchen. It was also used as a body scrub for bath. This is after processing to remove everything except the network of xylem fibers. If the fruit is allowed to remain on the vine after maturing, the outer covering falls off. The seeds inside can be shaken off and you get an excellent natural scrub or sponge. The Ritz gourd sapling is now growing further. 2 more leaves have opened up and another is on the way. Interestingly, this is the only seed which germinated of the 5 which were planted. The Ritz gourd vine is now climbing upon a twine using its tendrils. 4 tomato plants are seen in the top right part of the picture as well. Ritz gourd showing typical positive geotropism. It is not growing along the twine kept for its tendrils to hold. The plant grows up every day and I have to reroot it to grow along the twine. Usually plant shoots have positive geotropism and roots have negative geotropism. Look out for my next video on my urban nano horticulture. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.